What are we doing, bro? And he was like,
hold on now.
you got a hair?
We got some kind of stuff going on here now, boys.
You got hair? Is that what it is?
If it was the hair, I'd have threw it.
I
across the
know.
room.
Justin doesn't do hair. He is.
Look at your hair. Look at that.
If I find
We should
hair in
do
my
a
food, I'll
podcast
be
with our
done.
hats on.
Not
with
today.
our hat hair.
Not today.
Like a 12-year-old. It's all flat.
I know. I came straight out of the shop and put a hat on today. But Chewbacca with his
Nate
hair, bro.
fully products his and then puts his hat on.
I did today, yeah.
I know. He showers before we play golf.
All right, John, are you ready? What are we talking about today?
I was on a cruise for a week.
Yeah,
Motion
Motion
Day
Day
4.
4.
Motion Day 4 was lit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we ready, John?
We were so close to a fire tunnel, I could feel it.
Fire.
I could feel a fire tunnel brewing. It was brewing. What?
Justin got it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Transformation Church Message Recap Podcast. We are back.
We are.
Yes!
Week 2 weeks in a row, I guess, maybe.
Wait, did y'all do it last week? Did we do it?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, we did.
because our legs were out.
Yeah.
Yes.
The legs were out.
They were. John had us in an unflattering.
Yours were shining bright.
Glistening, bro. God, no.
Them mugs.
It's like your
That's
white
funny.
shoes going to your white legs, bro. It looks like you got on knee-high boots.
I need some cocoa butter.
Bro, you need some. Man.
We talked about
Hey,
you.
what am I can't help it.
Yeah, we talked about you getting
Yeah.
tanning lotion on and putting it
Well, I
on
ain't
during the
got none yet.
podcast. That
Donald
needs to
Trump
be a
orange,
segment.
baby.
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
You need good.
I'd like to have a little bit of a tan. It makes you look like you got more muscles. That's true. Bodybuilders.
I mean, bodybuilders
Oh, yeah.
They do, 'cause you
Yeah,
can see
they
the-
look ridiculous.
Well, Nate. I ought to fire you right now for that. Really? Golly.
Aw.
Aw.
Okay. Wow.
That's
Are
crazy.
you going to flex? Or
Anyways.
you just going to hold your arm up there?
Yeah. Anyways, we're back.
Yeah.
Brad's back in town.
I'm back.
Wow.
Welcome back. Come on.
Yeah, Nate's with us. And we have a guest.
Yes.
Alexandria?
Exandria. You know, I'll do it myself. I'll do it
What is it?
Exandria.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Xander is not short for anything, right?
No, it's actually my full name, Exandria, but people
Okay.
call me Zandy because they can't pronounce.
Zandy, yeah.
They call me Xandria or they call me Alexandria.
That's what I was wondering
Yeah.
if it was like Alexandria and you went with Exandria. Like, I didn't know.
My sister's name is Alexandria, but she's always been Alex.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Xandria's on the podcast.
I
Come on,
am, y'all. I'm fangirling so bad right now. Like, this is so crazy.
Y'all thought we didn't have fans.
We have at least one. we know for a fact we have at least one.
With one fan, and they're on the podcast.
Yes, I'm so excited.
You can
to
make
be
it on here if you're a fan.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
If you know the right number to call.
Yeah. Wasn't mine.
Yeah. Not mine either. But if you know the right number
wasn't
to call.
mine. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're.
How did you
get on this podcast?
We will never know.
She's been outside since Sunday waiting for us to
Come
start
on now.
filming.
Yeah.
Is this the podcast? I want to get on a.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
Introduce to the world.
I'm Exandria. I'm 17 years old. I started going to TC actually the first day. My first day was when we were preaching about Israel, and it was Pastor Dan. So
Oh, wow.
as soon
Come
as
on.
I went,
Yeah.
as soon as I seen that, I was like, oh, it can't get worse from here. So I've been back ever since, and I started out with 21 Days of Prayer, and that was
Yep,
amazing.
I remember
and
that.
then I've been here ever since, and they can't get rid of me ever. John, you guys are stuck here.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. We love it.
That was January 21 Days of Prayer, right? The last one? Yeah,
Wow.
that 21 Days of Prayer starts Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally.
This Sunday.
Yeah.
You ready? You still gonna be back here 6 a.m.?
Oh, I will.
Is it
I
6
will.
a.m. That's wild. 6 a.m.
It's early.
We tried other times.
Yeah.
None of them worked.
You have to wake the Holy Spirit up on the way here.
Yeah, you sure do. Hey,
Yeah.
guys. I need you to meet me there. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't be here by myself, Lord.
Yeah, no, we tried other times. We did 11 a.m. during COVID.
And like,
because everyone was working from home. So it's like,
Yeah.
why get here at 6 a.m. if everyone can get here at 11?
you know, it's crazy. That's like one of the first times that I started coming to TC too. Is 21
That
Days
is
of Prayer in the
21
office.
That's
I
crazy.
literally,
That's
because
crazy.
I had
W Street?
on W Street because
Yeah.
my
He
apartments
was in
were right
uniform.
there, and I was always in
I
uniform.
remember that.
Yeah, and I remember being like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And why is he here at 6 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning?
because he never saluted me.
That's
So
crazy.
John, give me 10.
Yeah.
No, I do remember
$10.
that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I do remember that. I was like, who is this guy? Where did he
Well,
come
over
from?
the years we moved buildings and stuff, but also. You heard that too, right? But also, being a younger crowd, we were like,
Yeah.
it's 6 a.m. The thought at one point was if a lot of our church is young families, they got to get up and get their kids ready for school. Is 6 a.m. just not conducive for that at all?
Yeah.
So, like, does it make sense for them to come on their lunch break or something? And that just didn't work either.
The answer is no.
Yeah, that just didn't work either.
Yeah.
So we just stuck with 6. I mean, that's what Church of the Highlands does. They started the whole thing. Kind
Yeah,
of.
they have an older demographic, you know. But I think for us, it's like same thing. Like whether you're going to school or going to work or whatever, like 6 can work. I think what we realized too, as we tried to change it a few different times, was like, if you have kids and kids is the reason you can't come to prayer, and I didn't say excuse, I genuinely meant reason. Like it's just too complicated or you got too many kids. It don't matter if we make it at 5 p.m.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
8 p.m. You're not coming then either because it's still too much. So we might as well accommodate it as best
Well,
we
then
can.
I have found that I think there's something to the sacrifice of early.
Yeah.
Like, because 6 a.m.
Because boy, it's a sacrifice some days.
Yeah.
Waking up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
whole thing,
Yeah, some
you
of y'all
know.
waking up at 5 in the
Yeah, I
morning.
mean, I'm live way over by now. I mean, I have a.
I wake up at 5:50.
Yeah. Go with this one on 2 wheels some weeks. No, yeah.
No, that's real. But there's something to that. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
is that it helps the whole process. Like
Yeah.
it's sacrificial. You know, if it was just something like I'm gonna swing by on my lunch break, it's just or one year, maybe it was COVID. One year I think we went like all digital.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That was like, yeah, so that was,
that had to be early COVID, right? Like every day, a staff member we filmed it and it posted every day, and it was like a devotion.
I don't think that was 21 Days of Prayer. I think that was just like,
I don't
maybe
remember
we
that.
just did it.
Man, I thought that's when it was a prayer.
Maybe it
because
was.
we encouraged everybody to like tune in when you. Yeah,
All right,
it was
it
like
was when
tune
it is.
in when you can, because we had the daily prayer topics, and then each staff member rotated and did a devotion on the prayer
Oh,
topic.
yeah. So that must have been August 2020.
Something like
and
that.
January 21 was probably when we tried 11 a.m. That's
Something.
probably how that worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that didn't work either.
Feels like so long ago.
Yeah, because
No.
I remember when I started, I would wake up at 4:30, wake up,
4:30.
and I would come, and then I would have school right after, so 8 hours of school, and then I would have work. So my days were very, very
That's all-
long.
that's
So
all-
anyone else out
So
there?
yeah, so if Xandria can make it, then
she can make
you
it.
can make
Anybody
it.
can make
Yeah.
it.
That's
Yeah.
hey.
Wow.
No, that's wild. Wait,
And this last one, I think we had the best turnout ever
Yeah. For
consistently the whole
For
time.
sure.
Definitely for students.
Yeah,
There's a
usually-
lot of
There was a lot of
yeah.
students. yeah.
usually come day 16. Day 16
Yeah.
is...
Well, it used to be the first
16,
week.
17, 18 is...
It used to be like the first day. That Monday, everybody's
Everybody.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then like the second
ready.
week, it's
Yeah,
just,
you got a Holy Ghost fire service on that first
Yeah.
one. Yeah, everyone's like, we're going to do it. And then
Yeah.
Then by the third week,
second
you know,
week's a little low. That third, yeah. That,
I get it.
Day 16, 17, 18, because 15 is a Sunday, but 16, 17, 18,
Yeah.
I
you're
get
like,
it.
where's everybody at?
Yeah, my motivation was, listen, this man died for you. You can't just get
That's
up.
right.
You
Yeah.
can't get up and go. And I was like, come
Hey,
on
I
now.
mean,
Hey.
that's something.
Come on now.
There's
That's
something
the
to
least
that,
I could
you
do.
know.
Was
That's
get
a
up
healthy
and-
perspective.
A lot of the time, I'll like read a book, like pray first. I have the pray first book, so I'll read that because I'll fall asleep if I don't.
Oh, at prayer? Oh, that's what you could tell if I'm. You can tell how I'm feeling by how much I'm moving around.
Oh yeah, you got to
If
walk.
I'm real tired, I'm pacing. I can't. I do not trust myself to sit down. So
I'll pray myself right to sleep.
I sure will.
Absolutely, for real.
Well, look at him laying on the floor, just in the presence. So yeah, I'm in the presence. All right.
I'll be over there like this, Julie.
Why is he wearing sunglasses in a dark auditorium at
Y'all
5 in the
hear me?
morning?
Y'all hear me? That snore. That's my.
Bro, that would be
But that's my tongue. That's how I speak in tongues.
We could claim that we resurrect you from the dead, though.
That's true.
You catch one of them 15-second no breaths.
I know.
We'd be like, Lord,
Don't let me
bring
get
him
on
back.
Don't let me get on a 30.
Oh, bro, bring him back, Lord. Not now, Lord. We still need
That's
him
my
here.
sleep apnea, guys. Yeah.
Bro,
John,
listen, you got to. Have you heard that story? Where we went on a staff retreat? You got to tell the story.
we stayed in an Airbnb that was a piece of crap. And I got stuck sleeping in this room that used to be the front porch.
All right, so hold on.
And it was wintertime.
It was
I had
30
to
degrees
sleep. I had to
outside.
sleep in full clothes and a hoodie because it was 40 degrees in my room. John had to sleep with Juwan in a bed together, and I fell asleep. You had to add that, I guess.
Yeah, what? All right.
Yeah. And I was on my phone and fell asleep, and they thought I died.
His sleep apnea is so bad. It literally sounds like he stopped. He does stop breathing for 15 to 20 seconds at a time, all the time.
Yeah.
So Justin, at one point, John and Juwan are leaned over Justin, looking at him because they think he died.
Yeah. No. So if I'm on my side, it's not as bad. But I was leaned back like this on my phone, and when I fall asleep like that, it's real bad. It catches. There's something in there catches. And I guess I passed out, or died or whatever. I don't know the term.
Stopped breathing. Yeah.
They thought it was so bad. They couldn't. So I'm in there, and then I open my eyes, and they're both looking over me like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah."
That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah. That was a terrible. That's why I
That
don't.
story gets me every time because I'm picturing you, waking up like it's a normal night for you. Like this is just regular.
Yeah, no.
You fighting to stay alive at night.
Well, and I've come to terms with the fact that I'm not gonna sleep good because it's 42 degrees in here, and I'm in
at
jeans,
least 42.
long johns, a long sleeve shirt, a hoodie.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, is it
That would've been
5:30?
great sleeping weather
Is
for
it
me,
5:30 yet? You know,
it was great.
So I was just on my phone.
I'm just picturing you opening your eyes and them two just being hovering over you like,
what are y'all
this, and you're
doing?
like, what are y'all doing? Like, what are you doing, bro? You died 3 times.
Yeah, that was that's why I don't like Airbnbs because of that thing.
That's why you don't like Airbnbs?
Yeah, it was terrible.
I feel
I'm a hotel guy.
I feel like in Airbnbs people have like hidden cameras somewhere or
Yes.
something. I feel like
They
I'm just
probably
like
do.
being watched or something.
Probably so.
Crazy thing
Airbnbs are
is,
just weird.
when we got
Yeah.
to our hotel, the girls, we looked for bed bugs and hidden
Oh, no.
cameras. We said, if it blinks red, it's a
That's
hidden
real.
camera. It's not
That's-
supposed to
it's-
be
it's-
there.
it's real,
yeah.
And we
Yeah.
were looking and we're
Bed
like,
bugs, too.
"Good." Yeah.
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 I saw this thing where you like iron the bed and the heat will bring the bed bugs. You iron it over like the sheet or whatever, and the heat will bring it up, and you open it up, and like bed bugs will be crawling.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that.
How about
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
That's
why
like
you-
that Airbnb in Mobile that we stayed
Oh,
at
yeah, that
a
was
couple
kinda
weeks
cool.
ago. That one was crazy.
That was pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah, you were there,
I was,
yeah.
yep,
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
that place was humongous, but
Yeah.
it was also in the hood. Like it was pretty rough.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, there was a homeless guy laying in front of the door when we left.
when we
them.
left.
well,
yeah.
yeah. So it's like it's a condo. So there's like an entry door to get into the building. And Then
Yeah.
you go to your door to
And
your
it's downtown Mobile.
Yeah, in downtown Mobile. So we came out of the exterior door to the street, and there was a homeless dude just sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, you had to kind of like, oh, excuse me there, sir. Step over.
Yeah, you said step on him.
Step over. No, not step on him.
That's crazy.
No, step over.
But yeah, no, I don't mind Airbnbs, but
Not my
I
thing.
feel you. Yeah.
Unless it's like, it's all it is. Like if it was like one on the beach at a condo on the beach, and it's just, it's more like a, it's
That's
more like a
all they do.
hotel. There's a new person all the time. The one we stayed in, that was somebody's house.
No, yeah, that place was a crap hole, man. I'm
Yeah,
not.
that's my house.
That was not a good.
When Lee and I went to St. Augustine, I think it was 2 years ago for our like anniversary, we stayed in this little pool house. It was really nice, but it was connected to this house. And when we were leaving this morning, this dude was just sitting by the pool as we walk out of this pool house. And I'm like,
It's his house, probably.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like,
you doing, sir?
hello? Like, that's why I don't like it. And then they had this window that was up, and there was like a sun window in the shower. In the window, you can see from the window into the shower. And it's like, so we like covered that. And it's like, that's weird. Like, I don't know. They freak me out. I can't do, I don't know. Airbnbs just freak me out. I don't know why.
Yeah, I like
mean-
the Sebastian Maniscalco's take on the whole thing.
Oh, gosh.
He's like, some people, like, you're going to bring people into your house to rent a room out, and maybe they murder you, and the whole thing. He's like, is it worth the extra $100? Like, it's not. Like, I thought about it at my house when sometimes I'm like,
Oh
it's
no,
just not, it's
yeah,
not worth
no,
it.
renting out a room in someone else's house while they're still in there.
That's why.
That blows
But
my
people
mind,
do
bro.
that.
That's hostel, like European hostels and
Yeah.
stuff, dude.
My brother
made a
was
whole
all
movie about that.
adventurous with stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, you know, it's like,
I need to sleep good.
Sorry, I listened to another podcast. I forget who. It was like a Christian podcast where this woman has a house in like Louisiana about hospitality, and then she has like this one in like Mississippi or something or Louisiana, and it's like very popular. And it's like half the house is rented out, but she like leads people to Christ through it, and like she has conversations with people that are like she's had conversations with people that are like about to commit suicide and like stuff like that, and it's like. That's crazy. I don't know why that was important, but
it's a ministry for her.
yeah, it's ministry.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The Lord gonna have to.
Yeah, he ain't told me to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody in my house.
Yeah.
Literally no.
No.
I've been in his house twice.
I've seen the outside of it.
Yeah,
When we picked them up the one time.
I've been in a house twice, and both of them were during COVID. We were working at your house during COVID.
We did?
Yeah. Me and
That
John
sounds
came
about
over.
right.
Me and John came over to do something.
Yeah, I know John's been there.
Yeah.
But this new house you got, you want more people over.
Oh no! You know what? It wasn't during COVID. It was when we were transitioning out of the DeSoto offices, but we weren't ready at the W Street
Oh, yeah.
offices yet.
Oh, that makes
And
sense.
we went to
Yeah.
we were working at your kitchen
Yeah.
or your kitchen table, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, I remember that now.
So I've been in there twice. I've never been upstairs.
That's just bedrooms.
Yeah.
But not like that.
Like
John's-
what?
John's
What?
arms and a half from across the room.
Yeah. He
yeah.
cuddles me to sleep. What are you talking about?
Remember we had to move that desk. I had to go upstairs and get that desk out here. The one we have here.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Sure did.
You did. But no, yeah, I got a new one. That
A new
I may
desk?
have more. No, a new house.
No, new house, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
may
you
have
said you want more
over
people.
We're all gonna get new desks soon.
Yeah.
Moving offices, baby.
Oh, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I heard I'm getting my own office.
Well,
I'm kidding.
if by that you mean your own desk, then yes.
I can assure you, you did not hear that. And if you did, you heard way wrong.
Yeah, you heard it from someone else.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Yeah, that'll be
John's
fun.
ready.
I'm
You've
cool.
been in the same desk for a while now.
No, it's right at that 7 month.
Yeah,
Yeah,
John.
John, man, John moves around more than.
John has had 20 something. He's moved 27 times.
Have y'all counted that?
Wow.
We added up the other day. It was like 20 something.
Spaces that I just did because from DeSoto, because DeSoto had like,
Yeah, he had 5 there. Yeah,
Yeah, you were upstairs and then downstairs and all around.
he's had 20 something different like workstations or offices since he got hired. He moves around like crazy.
I miss our offices at DeSoto.
Our offices at DeSoto
They were
were
huge.
humongous, dude.
I think Brad's office was the size of this lobby.
It was half the size of this lobby for real.
Seriously.
Yeah, from here to that wall, and from that wall to the check-in. That was it. Literally was probably that
It was
big.
massive. It was
Well,
crazy.
and it was like I'm not a collector of things, Exandria. I don't like clutter. I don't like stuff. So it was like my desk on one side, and then this abyss. Like it was just nothing, and then like a conference table on the other, and it was like and a couch.
And a couch.
And
yeah.
but it was like
This,
yeah, it
dude,
was,
mine was huge.
yeah. it
I had
was-
a whole big desk, and then I had a whole living room, like couch area and whiteboards. Mine was
yeah.
dope.
Yours, yeah. We
For
both.
being in an old crap building, it was as dope as it
Yeah,
could
it
be.
was, it was like a studio apartment.
Yeah. Except everybody used to walk through it because there was a little cut through the hallway.
Justin said, if he walked through my office one more time,
Yeah? Really?
Oh, yeah.
so I'm sick of it. And I said, then close the door, brother.
You know, I got a short fuse sometimes. I like things a particular way.
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so.
God,
Oh,
bro, the roast
wow.
coming out.
Oh goodness.
5'7" is the perfect height.
That's average. I think it's like 5'7" or 5'8" is average for American male.
You know what?
5'7" is the perfect height.
For you, right?
Yeah.
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 I could be.
I like being like 5'11", 6 foot. I like that.
Are you only 6 foot?
Yeah.
We've talked about this before.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I'm 6
We've talked about this before.
Yeah,
Stand
I'm
up.
6 foot.
I don't
Oh,
believe
I'm literally 6 foot.
let's get a tape measure out. How tall are you?
6'2".
See, I don't think you're 6'2".
You're-
You
no,
say
you're
that,
not, bro.
You
You're
say that.
taller than 6
You're
foot.
taller than
I
him.
mean, my eyes are taller than your eyes. I'm like a little taller.
No.
Yeah.
I think Nate's taller. Look,
You
back to
always
back.
be saying you 6'2", and I don't believe you.
Booty
Oh, I'm
to
telling you, I'm 6'2", bro.
booty to booty.
yeah, Brad's a little bit taller.
That's pretty close.
Brad is 6, if not 6'1".
You're probably closer to 6'1" than
Yeah.
you think you are.
Yeah.
Rely on your driver's license. That's against the law.
Hey, go to Circle K and stand by the thing at the doorway.
Oh my.
Circle.
They got them things, so they know.
They take, yeah.
Yeah, I love Circle K so much. Circle K's got it going on. The coffee's good.
Them breakfasts.
The coffee's good. The Coke Ices.
The Coke Ices. Remember the
man
one
with
time
the
I got you a
Coke
Coke
Ices,
Icy?
I love. Should have got one before podcast.
Dang.
If
Listen,
Nate
y'all, I
was,
can't get enough sleep right now. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
you were on a cruise for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, you do need a vacation after a vacation almost.
I do. Well, so
That's
here's the
real.
deal.
That's
my,
real.
My mind is rested, but I am tired. I'm sleep deprived, tired.
Yeah, but that's life, right?
Yeah, we know. Bro,
That's
we stayed
life,
up till
yeah.
like 2 or 3 in the morning every night.
If you're on a cruise, you have to.
Right. Exactly.
It's the rules.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
stayed up till 2, 3 in the morning every night. I was like, what
'Cause
is
I'm-
life right now?
I'm getting my money's worth on that food.
Absolutely. You
Oh,
know, bro,
100%.
I
I'm
ordered-
looking for food.
I
Where's the
ordered
open
chicken
food?
tenders and a pizza at like 1 o'clock in the morning
Yeah,
on the cruise.
and they
bro.
come with it.
Yeah, they're bringing it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
Last time I was on a cruise was 2009, though.
Oh man.
That was a long time
So I
ago.
booked,
a while ago.
I booked my booked next year's cruise already.
You're a cruise guy now, huh?
Absolutely.
You're a cruise guy. See, I like more of like a secluded, like land
So-
bungalow.
So here's no, I don't want to. No, I'm just kidding. I actually would really enjoy that.
They have all that.
It's true.
You get to do
Have
that
you been
plus
on a
stuff.
cruise?
I mean, yes, I've been on a cruise,
Okay,
but I
thank you.
was on a ship for.
Oh.
That's
Half
that's
years.
right. Yeah, it's probably not the same.
Well, I know
but
it's not the same, but like, yeah.
Yeah, the Navy,
Yeah,
your Navy
yeah,
carrier
yeah.
and the cruise ship were not the same. So, he's like, yeah, I've been on a cruise.
No,
Yeah.
but I've been on Carnival
With
cruise
16,000
before.
other troops or
Yeah.
whatever you guys call
Yeah,
yourselves.
yeah.
Oh,
Sailors?
800 hours.
Free sailors.
Yeah.
Sailors. So, yeah, I
I've been on a cruise
enjoyed it.
before.
It was good. No, here's what I will say. We went 7 days.
It's a long time.
7 days was the right number for us because we had 2 other couples with us that were really good friends. If it was just me and Ashley, by the
That's
4th
too
day,
much.
5th day, we'd have been
Yeah.
ready to kill each other.
Even with other couples, a 5-day would be good.
So here, what I know about myself is, and I felt it this year, is it takes me 2 days to turn my brain off, to not be grabbing my phone and not be. It takes me 2 days, and then the last day and a half, I could feel myself ramping back. I was thinking about work things. I was getting back into work mode. I was starting to like go there. So if I only did a 5-day, I'd only have 1 day of truly being disconnected.
Makes sense. That
makes sense,
So the 7 day for me gave me 3 days of what I felt like true, like peace, like just enjoyment.
Yeah.
So, but again, it all depends on what you're doing and what you got going on.
Yeah,
If there wa-
going with the group definitely makes it more fun.
and we had, there was a live band every day that was playing. It was killing it, and that
love
made
that.
it different. So,
I want to go on one that goes over to the like St. Martin and all that.
That's where we're going.
I went to the Caribbean last time,
or St. Thomas,
or like the
Come on.
Bahamas. I've been to the Bahamas. I want to go into that part of the Caribbean. I don't
So
want
you
to go to
West Coast. You want to go East Coast, Cozumel.
I don't want to do Cozumel
Okay,
and
that's
all that.
East Coast. You want to go West Coast then?
Well, Cozumel, Mexico, and all that. I want to go into St. Martin down
Yes.
the Caribbean.
Yeah. You want to go West Side Caribbean. Technically,
I guess so.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't remember where I'm
On a
going.
nice big fancy new boat.
Bro, the new one,
One of the icon of the seas.
the Icon of the Seas
Yeah.
is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's got like a whole water park and
That's
stuff.
so many
Well,
people.
I'll have Kyle put a picture of it up. Bro, they were advertising this thing like crazy on
It's-
the cruise because they just finished it. So it's like
There's like 4 new ships. There's like 4 different icons.
So yeah, so they're done with Icon of the Seas, the Icon class. There's Icon class, Icon of the Seas, and there's gonna be Stars of the Seas. That's all part of the Icon class. Look at this.
so
shit,
many
bro.
people. As much as I am a people person, I don't like being in like when we were at Motion, like all these people. I'm kind of just like right here walking because it's just too many people around. I don't want to touch anybody. There's so many.
Well, Nate,
That's the back of the boat.
not all of us.
Not my boat. That's the
Oh,
the
I
icon.
was about to
That's the
say.
icon.
Wow.
That's the back of it, bro.
Yeah, That's when I
wild.
saw it. Yeah, it's wild.
That's crazy. There's 20 decks on that ship, bro.
That's wild.
Nate, not all of us are as lucky that we get to go to the 4 Seasons in Bora Bora. Like you got to do.
No, I mean that
Because
was
you married
just
into money.
Hey, favor ain't fair.
glad
There
you
go.
did.
Right,
but-
That's just.
That's the one you went on or the new
No,
one?
that's the new
That's
one.
wild. Yeah, that's wild.
I think I'm more of like a resort, like your own, like bungalow. That's
I get.
that's
Here's
what
the
I'm like.
issue. I feel like on a cruise, I get that, and I also get the band at night, and I also get the
Exactly.
restaurant, and I also get the
Exactly.
comedy, and I also get the hot tub, and all. I get all that because you're gonna stop every day at a different place.
Yeah. It's true.
Kinda, yeah. I get what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Something like the
Yeah.
resort, being on the beach, that whole thing. You're gonna be.
Yeah.
There was
yeah.
2 afternoons that I literally just sat on the balcony of my room and looked at the ocean with a cup
Yeah.
of coffee, like
Yeah.
for like 2 or 3 hours. And so it's like you could do that, but I get what you're saying. It's like if you like to sit still on a beach or at least in that environment.
Yeah.
Depends
I
on
get
how
it.
you
My wife
rest.
is not wired that way. So if
Yeah.
me and her were
Yes.
stuck in a bungalow together for 5 days,
yeah.
only one of us is coming home. And she's gonna win. So
Yeah,
like, yeah, y'all would have to find a new
Yeah,
pastor.
and now now we're into golf, so it's like I want to be somewhere. If I'm going somewhere, I want to golf.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing with me now. It's like
I wish my
if
ship
I'm
had a golf
vacation,
simulator.
yeah. If I'm on vacation, I at least want to golf one day.
I
Like
get all that. That makes
Yeah.
sense. And it depends on what you wanted, like what your version of vacation is. Because
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, like if I'm in a new city, I need to hit the town. You know, I got to be out. I got to walk this city. You know,
yeah,
Yeah.
I got to walk to downtown. You got to get a vibe to feel the vibe.
yeah.
You know,
Sandra, you done any traveling?
Yes, I've actually, the farthest I've been was probably Massachusetts.
That's
I went
pretty
to a
far.
resort.
It's pretty far. Yeah.
We drove. Okay.
Massachusetts.
We did not. Yeah, we calculated like the gas and all that. It would have been cheaper to fly. But we drove. It was 3 days. Oh, and the way people drive in different states is really
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
people
Crazy.
drive.
People can't
Like,
drive.
Yeah,
like New
women,
York,
all of
we
them.
drove
Oh,
through.
yeah. What? I missed
He
it.
said
Yeah,
women.
women.
But yeah, yeah, that was crazy. And then probably Washington D.C. I went to a leadership camp in like going into 6th grade, and
DC is pretty cool.
it was a lot. Like you see history everywhere you go.
Yeah,
DC's
DC's
very diverse.
DC's.
Yeah.
Very diverse.
What do you mean by that?
They're in New York.
Like
A lot of diversity.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. It's like it's just like all different cultures, all like way more than other places. If you think other places are diverse, DC and like New York are one of the
DC
most
is
diverse places.
And like if you
Listen.
like the museums and stuff, if that's your thing, like the Smithsonian's and all that are
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's hard to beat all that.
Bro, yeah. By diverse, bro. There was only 4 Americans or 6 Americans on the ship we were on. I was just thinking about that. They
Like
did
workers.
Oh.
They did a, yes.
Oh, okay.
They did a flag presentation at the end, and they were like, there are 242 people from Indonesia, and like, it was
Jeez.
crazy. I just thought about that when you said nationalities. I was like,
Yeah.
oh god, yeah. But yeah, no, DC is wild like that. Well, especially because you have all these different representatives from other nations.
absolutely.
They're close to the White House.
And New
Yeah.
York definitely. Miami
Yeah.
is
Melting
very
pot.
similar. You know, when you're in Miami, you be out in public and you'll hear Spanish, German,
Yeah.
Russian.
Well, then you have Haitian. Like the islands are close, so you have Haitian.
Oh, big Haitian.
Our Uber driver was Haitian
Yeah,
whenever
big
I was down
Haitian.
for
Oh, really?
bachelor
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have a lot.
He was awesome.
All the islands that are real close:
Absolutely.
Dominican, Puerto Rico, Haitian. So yeah,
Cuba.
Cuba.
I like Cuban
So,
people.
and then Miami is a nation in and of its own.
It's my favorite. I'm thinking about going. I was gonna go before the end of the summer, but
I don't want to go to Miami right now.
I love Miami.
yeah, but that hotel
I love
that I
Miami.
like is just dope.
Hotel
Hotel East.
East. Yeah.
It's so nice.
You know what I'm thinking about right now?
What's that?
Buying a jet ski.
I was just looking at jet skis.
Stop playing.
I was.
Bro, I'm thinking about buying a jet ski.
Just go ride on those Saturdays and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking on
So,
the marketplace.
You trying to get one too? Me too.
I was.
See, me and Nate just you're just like, yeah.
Yeah. I don't got jet ski
Yeah.
money, so. But that was the most fun thing we did when we were on our honeymoon.
They're
was
so
jet
much
skiing.
fun.
Jet
And that was the first time I ever did it. We jet skied
Oh,
around
really?
the island,
Oh, bro,
and it was
no.
the first time I ever did it. Most fun thing
I
I've
grew
ever
up on the
done.
water, man. My pops had a boat. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I
The
grew up
reason
on
I
the water.
never bought one in the past is because I don't have any friends with one. You can't be
Yeah.
the only person with one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is like having a motorcycle. It's like once
like-
you've rode, you're like,
A gang of jet skis, just like in a V.
yeah, absolutely.
No, but you
Pulling up
can
to-
get friends together and go out and meet at a certain part of the beach.
Yes.
And then like, I'll swap out. You go ride mine for a little bit.
So we have
You
a
know,
couple
that
we have a
type
couple
of-
friends on the river that connect to the ocean.
Oh
right?
yeah, it connects
So
to the-
yeah,
well,
so one of them
the-
said
that's
one of them
a-
said we could keep a couple jet skis there. Like you get the little floaty dock thing,
Yeah, yeah.
and those are really cheap. And so you can just, he said you could park it there.
For real?
And leave it. He said then you just come over to the house, go get on it, and go. And I was like,
Yeah, but you know where that spits out?
Where
At
does
the end of Perdido Bay.
Yeah.
And then you got a long way to the dang.
I'm not trying to go to Pensacola Beach.
Now I'm trying to take mine out to Pensacola Beach.
I don't want to go to Pensacola Beach.
Why not? That's where all the people are.
I don't want to be around the people. I want to be on my jet ski.
Yeah, what? You're jet skiing. Well,
Yeah, but I want to pull up. Hey, who want to hop on the back? Who's trying to ride? I'm trying to find a wife out here.
That's exactly what it is. Just trying to find a wife out there.
No, but I was looking on the marketplace. You can
Me too.
pretty good
Yeah, there's
prices.
some good- there was one. Ashley's like, I don't think we should do it right now, and I should have,
Not listened.
I should forgiveness over permission is what I should have done on that. But that's a joke, kind of.
No, you know,
But
I
I
just
missed a
fucking-
really good deal on
you
one.
gotta-
I wish I got
You
it.
need a toy in life, you know.
Yeah.
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 You got to work hard.
Well, the problem is we're at the point now when it comes to golf, it's too hot to enjoy.
It's too hot
It is too hot in
Too
the
hot.
summer. So almost like, yeah, you can't golf as much in the summer.
at
Yeah,
all.
Morning time only. 9
Yeah.
holes. That's it.
Yeah.
And Saturday, it's like we're at the point now. It's so hot. Ashley doesn't want to golf right now. So it's like I would have loved to have some jet skis go kicking on Saturday. So, anyways, thinking about that. If you got the hookup on some jet skis, don't send me any Facebook Marketplace jet skis, please, in my private message. I told 2 people I'm interested in jet skis, and my Facebook Messenger that I don't even check has like 42 notifications right now of people sending me jet skis. If it's on a marketplace, I've already seen it. I promise you, because I look
My guy looks
every other hour.
It's like,
Bro, you-
like 1 a.m. I get like this. Hey, you got these lefty golf clubs that you can buy. I'm
Bro.
like, yo, why are you on Facebook Marketplace at
Bro,
1 in the
I
morning?
love- I love Facebook Marketplace, bro. It's like, it's literally like
You can
a
find
yard
good-
sale of things, of the only things you want to see. Like, it's great, you know?
You can find watches occasionally too.
I know. I've been
Good.
so much.
Tell
I've
me.
been looking at a couple Tudors and an Oris on there. Yeah, so. So, yeah. That's funny. I love me some Facebook Marketplace. So anyways, I'm looking. I got my eyes open. If you want to go in
Awesome.
on a jet, you just bought a house, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Mr. Moneybags.
Yeah, but you got some money, though.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about that.
About buying a house or money bags?
Money bags.
All right, Mr.
I didn't
Moneybags.
appreciate. So Anthony Brown was here on Sunday, recapping our sermons.
Okay.
There you go. Good segue into Sunday. Yeah.
That man said, Justin said, if you broke, don't talk to me. And if you fat, don't say nothing to me or something. That is not what I said.
Bro.
Not what I said.
And then he said, crusty, dusty, old
Yeah.
people. Is like,
Bro,
yeah.
Anthony is my dude.
We went to
bro.
dinner with him on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And he gets in there and he said, Nate was disrespectful. That man was disrespectful.
Anthony
He
is
said, I'm about to cook
hilarious.
him tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, it was good. No, I did not. I did not say that at all. I did not say that. I was making a point and I turned it into a
Shaming.
joke, but I did not say that.
And those exact words. No, you didn't say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I didn't say don't talk to me or none of that. I didn't say that at all. I said if you're, I said I won't take financial advice from you if you're broker than me, and that's true. I won't. But I also don't know that if you're broken. Like it ain't like we walk around with our net worth printed on our tags.
That's so funny.
But
bro. Anthony's
no,
wild.
But I did buy a plate. We talked about it last week on the podcast, so I gave an explanation. So
Yeah.
because I put out a little what do you call it, TikTok.
Yeah,
The
about
day
about
of,
the house.
yeah, and I said on the last podcast, I was like, I hope that didn't come across as like me. I wasn't trying to brag or anything. I was trying to be an encouragement, like with some patience and persistence and some planning and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can accomplish these
You're an
things. Like,
influencer now.
I guess so. I guess I am. I guess I am.
So you can't hate on me anymore.
Listen,
You can't hate on
I
me
can do
anymore.
whatever I
bro.
want. I'm an influencer, Nate.
Influencer.
No.
crazy.
But what I'm saying is like I don't make six figures. Like we work at a church. My
Right.
whole
He
point was
doesn't,
like,
I can promise you.
Yeah, it was like we don't make.
I don't know
these-
what anyone at our church makes, but I know what he makes. And
yeah, like we don't make these big incomes. What I'm saying, and like
Yeah.
my point was, I've planned and prepped for this for years
Yeah.
leading up to this. So it was more of an encouragement.
Yeah.
And it's not like I bought a $500,000 home. I bought a $180,000 townhouse. Okay, guys, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
and I
right,
went
right.
into the other day, and I
And
was
if you can't afford a $108,000 townhouse, don't talk to him.
that's not,
That's wild.
no.
That's
Well,
wild.
first off, you know what home price right now? 180 is a good price. Like,
Yeah, of
y'all
course.
look-
It's a nice
that's
house,
messed
too.
up. That's messed up.
No, that is a joke, by the way. You can talk to Justin still.
No. Yeah, no, but listen, I told John yesterday, I don't really want to move into the new one because I was in it the other day looking real hard at like they did not do a good job. Whoever kind of
They
did some of
touched
the
it up
remodel.
before they left, yeah.
Yeah, and it's
common.
but it's not my permanent home, right? So I'll
Move
prefer.
in, handle it, and take care
I
of
prefer
it.
not to move out of the one I'm currently living in is just nicer. But all I had to say was like, yeah, it just was nice, and I was able to pay off the little debt I have.
There
know?
you go. And you got enough money left to buy a jet ski.
Hey, there it is.
No, I mean, I mean because I need to buy some.
Depends on the jet ski, I
I guess
guess.
it depends on the jet ski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
outside that, Sunday was awesome. Like,
Yeah.
it was pretty crazy.
Anthony was great.
Anthony's
Anthony-
hilarious. That's my dude, bro.
The guy he brought with him, Tyler,
Tyler, awesome.
he
dude.
looked at me and I guess it was the 11:30.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
guess
11:30.
And
I think it was when the students were getting
in
baptized.
praise and worship, yeah. And he was sitting there and going, and it was going off in the 11:30
Like,
service.
get up,
Yeah.
get up, get up.
He was like,
Get up
"Man,
out of that
it's
grave."
lit in here."
Yeah.
He like couldn't believe it. He was like, it was so lit in here.
Yeah, when I got done baptizing, I came down, like I changed and
Yeah,
I came
yeah.
back, and you leaned over to me. You were like, "Bro, I think the roof might come off this joint." I was like, "Yeah, it was wild."
Well, honestly, because I was like, you know, we're getting close to worship being over.
Yeah.
But it was like, is it over type
yeah,
thing, you know, like,
yeah.
are we done?
Yeah,
And
well,
I wasn't sure we were.
Yeah, Anthony had told me during worship when I came down, he was like, he said, "I think I'm only going to preach like 15 minutes, and then we do like altar stuff." And I was like, "Handle it, brother. Like, go for it. I trust you." So I think he was feeling the same way. He was
Yeah.
like, "We're going to do this, but then
That's
we're
so cool.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I was
That's
like, I
so
just don't
cool.
think we're done. I don't feel like it's done, but
yeah."
it's a, you know, but it was good, you know. And then at the end, he did do a whole thing, you know, and it worked out because I was like, was the 11:30 and not the others. It's
Yeah.
real hard in the other services for that, just because
Yep.
we've got another service,
Which is why we did all the students at the 11:30 because
Yeah.
there was so
make
many-
room. Yeah. Yeah.
It was a good day.
But he preached like the way he preached the 11:30 service. Like we didn't go that late.
No,
It was despite all that going on because he preached shorter. So
he's just a great guy too. He's fun to be around.
he's hilarious, bro. That's my dude, bro.
he needs
He keeps me laughing.
to move back to Pensacola.
He does, bro.
Man, he
He
needs to.
does. Yeah. Came up with my student ministry. Got saved.
We'll make him a student
teenager.
director.
That's crazy.
It's okay, Nate. I love you. Okay?
Thank you, thank you, Xander. But yeah, that 11:30 service is. I even told you all the students were coming 11:30. I was like, it's gonna be wild. Like you know, the students are ready. They're ready to worship. And
Well, I remember
come back
last year when you were going to motion, you're like, you're like, man, the kids are going to be tired tomorrow. You're talking about Sunday, and I was
Yeah.
like, no, they're not.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
They'll
Yeah,
be fine. I
yeah.
was like, now Monday.
Monday,
They're
that's
gonna be
going.
tired,
That's
but,
going.
but Sunday they'll be fine. You got conference high, man. It's like
It's always
Ocean
there.
Day 4, right?
Oh, it was.
And
it was.
you know, I always felt like I wish it would lasted longer back in the student ministry days, like coming out of camp and stuff.
Yeah.
like that hangs with them longer. But I told Nate Sunday, I was like, the whole day, all three services felt more like energized than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but specifically 11:30 because they were all in there, up at the front during worship and all that, and it's like, man, it really does set the tone for everybody else, like in
Yeah.
a good way.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't gimmicky.
Right.
You know, I hate that.
It wasn't disingenuous.
It wasn't
Yeah.
cheesy.
Yeah,
it wasn't
no, it
like
was-
the students were there just to be seen or it's fake or nothing. It was not that at all, and that does set the tone. You know, and you know, Rick did a good job in the rally. He kind of encouraged the dream team, like, you know, the students are going to be here, but like I'm not going to be out worshipped by a 16-year-old type or something like that. Like, don't let you know, which was I thought was great. But it did set the whole tone. The student ministry did, the group of them, which I thought was great.
pretty cool.
You don't see that every day. You don't see that everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but I think for some of the adults to see that,
Absolutely.
I think it's good. It's good.
Well, it's contagious, there's some people that are just all they're going to be as statues during worship, or whatever. And I don't mean that as probably as negative as that sounded, but nonetheless, it's like people that are just like not necessarily as engaged as others, but then there's an element. It's like it is very contagious. Like when you see other people worshiping with their full heart, and you're like,
Well, even if that wasn't you jumping up and down and around like that, because that ain't my style either. But when I went to the back of the room. There's people in the back of the room, even if they're on, let's call them older than me or older than us. That crowd,
dusty, crusty.
Seasoned saints.
What I'm saying is but there were people who were like, even if that's not your thing, there were the look on their face watching.
Yeah.
At the end, it was kind of like once the kids got on stage and all that, it was like we're about done here, and it's just now they're having fun. But it was like, how many churches do the kids look like they're having fun in?
Yeah, right.
Sometimes they're all ready to go,
Yeah.
but they don't. They want to keep going doing this. So
They would have kept going.
Yeah.
They would have
Yeah.
kept going for another hour.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
So there was a look of like, oh, this is fun. Like they like it. They like to
Get up,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah,
Like-
get it
Yeah,
out of that
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Come on.
So that was cool. That I think that they got to see that. I mean, and obviously, if that was your first Sunday and the first time you're ever in our church, you got a different experience. But it also is cool that you don't see that every day because it's not like
Right.
It's not like rowdy every day like that.
Yeah.
Which makes it more genuine, in my opinion. But it was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So how's motion, Nate?
It was great.
It
I know
was.
Exandria went for the first time this year. She got her
Yes.
motion merch
I
on.
do.
Come on.
Oh, wow.
I
Yep.
do.
It was phenomenal. We had a good time. We took 45 students this year, 10 leaders, so 55 people overall. So we already bought 55 tickets for next year to fill the bus.
Might as well go ahead and buy another 45.
I know that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Like literally, because
Yeah.
it sold out this year. It sold out in May, I think. But we got 45 tickets because I didn't know. I was like, I bought 40 tickets or 45 or something, and I was like,
Yeah.
I thought that would be too many. Right? I didn't know, and then people just started signing up and everything, and it sold out, and I needed to buy more. And the relationships I built with the people at Highlands, he put me at the top of the list when I wasn't at the top of the list because he knew what we were doing at TC Students. He knew the genuine what God is doing. He's like, let me hook y'all up and get 15. And I was
So
grateful
good.
for that. And so we're buying more. Gonna have to buy more tickets because there's a lot of kids that didn't get to go because they didn't. Get
We
to
were-
sign up.
it was
Yeah,
sold out.
We were sold out, but that's one of the
And
things
not
that
we were sold out. They were sold out. The conference
well,
was
yeah,
sold out.
yeah,
Yeah.
They were sold. They were sold out like of the arena. They
Yeah.
even cut the stage in half to make more room for seats.
Oh, wow.
Overall,
Jeez, really?
and they had people. Like in the back, so not like the back section, but like these ones that they had to put TVs
Yeah.
up there so that they
Wow.
can
Yes,
see.
Like they
And,
do
like,
for T Swift.
yeah,
Yes.
kind of. They did bring up Taylor Swift. They brought up Taylor Swift,
saw on
and
TikTok.
everybody was like, "Boo!"
Yeah, everybody booed Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
They did,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "Elevation worship."
And
We're
we
like,
were like,
That's that's crazy.
Not them, just
yeah. That's crazy. But that's one of the reasons too why Exandria came on today on the podcast because she wanted to share some things that happened at Motion, some of her testimony. So
Yes, so I seen amazing things happen at Motion. People talk about going to Motion like it's all fun and like woo, like party, good time, but really, you really get to see how God works and how good He is. This, like, people say all the time, God is good, God is good, God is great. But when you actually sit there and see how good God is, it's so different. Like, I was in worship, and everybody like 15,000 people. It's very different when you see 15,000 people worshiping the same name. So, and they're not adults. They're teenagers. So, I sat there and I just looked around and I seen people worshiping. And that's what brought me to tears, was just how our generation, and it proved me wrong and it proves a lot of people wrong, that our generation is not going to do. Okay, we are still worshiping the Kings of Kings and the Lords of Lords. Like, we are still here. Like, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
that's
so
good.
it was just great to see that, and it was a big eye opener for me. So our first day of motion, a lot of people were falling asleep during motion. I'm like, come on now. Like, really, you guys are falling asleep? But that second night during prayer and worship, those same people that were sitting there asleep were the same ones that were crying in prayer and just getting touched by God.
The 2 hours.
Yes, the 2 hours of worship,
Yeah.
it felt like 30 minutes. And I just sat there and I looked around. And when you look around and see what God can do, it's amazing. Like, that's what brought me to tears. Like, I had these 3 guys. They go to Liberty, but I was not very fond of them in my middle school and high school years. I was like, And I seen them there, and I'm telling you, the way that God moved in their life is just so crazy. Like, when people say, like, how do you believe in God or whatever, it's them. It's what you see God do in other people. Like, I was not very fond of them, but by the end of the night, we had a conversation. Those 3 boys, we all had a conversation. We just said we're so proud of each other and we're so great. Like, that tension we had, as soon as we seen each other, was away. It was gone.
Yeah,
we were all
that's
just
cool.
saying how
That's so good.
proud of each other, and like they've gone such a far way, and I'm just so proud of them. So it was just, for me, I felt like, so after motion, I felt like I was missing out, right? So I felt like, I was like, God, I didn't feel like everybody's sitting here crying and being touched and all that, but I feel like am I missing something? Did I do something wrong for me not to, I know crying isn't like the way you get touched, but I feel like everybody's having a deeper thing, like a deeper connection, I felt like. But then I heard Pastor Anthony, he said, sometimes God is using you. Let God use you. God was using me during motion. And another thing is that sometimes we sit in a prayer and not realize we're in a prayer because we're so distracted about what everything else is and what we don't have. I was literally sitting in a prayer at motion. I prayed 21 days of prayer, you know. I prayed and I said, God, please use me. I want to be used by you. And I was literally sitting in a prayer, but I just missed it, that I was sitting in a prayer and that my prayers were being answered because I was so worried about what I didn't get. But I feel like that's what I needed. That's what his plan for me was, to help others. And the other thing is, I realized that I was glorifying him, and that's all that matters. Yeah. During that time, I may have not, I let my emotions come before, and I was like, well, why not? But really, everything that I did that weekend, it glorified him. So that's all that matters. And that's what I could sit back now and realize, that God's plan is never the way you think it. Like, you ask God to show up, he's like, cool, but I'm not going to show up in your way. I'm going to show up how I want to and how I plan. So it's a lot of learning that I did, was just like, God's timing is the right timing. So
and that's what Pastor Rich Wilkerson preached on the first night. It's like God's timing. And
so
I love it.
So good.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times teenagers walk into those conferences, you know, and like, you're walking into a conference and you've got, you know, your parents or your school or your sports team or whatever, and like, you've got all this going on in your life, and you've allowed all this tension in your life to get built up. You know, it's like you got siblings that, you know, like, there's stuff going on at home, just whatever. Like, and I think a lot of times teenagers walk into student conferences like Motion, and they finally get there, and there's this like breaking.
Yeah.
And they get into the presence of the Lord, and what they weren't willing to do at their home church, right, or in front of their parents and in front of their brothers or sisters or whatever, they finally get in this environment, and it's like there's like a breaking. And I think oftentimes that's what we experience with kids that are like crying like that. It's like there's this breaking. But I think there's oftentimes other people that walk in that they've allowed the Lord to do the breaking somewhere else, and they get in there, and they're not getting broken, they're getting emboldened. And so it's like, it's a build-up time rather than a breakdown time.
That's so good.
And so it's like you know, it's almost like the lion's coming out. Like, I don't need to be,
right.
You know what I mean? I don't necessarily need that space. I need, you know, the Lord to give me a sword and like, let me go slay some, slay some demons. So I think that's why I think a lot of it feels so different sometimes. Yeah, because over the years I've seen it where it's like, you're walking out and you're not. You know, it's like everyone else is sobbing, and I'm just ready to like walk through hell with a squirt gun or whatever. So it's always different, but I think that has a lot to do with it. But that's amazing.
And I think it's easy to discount the things outside of the conference.
Yes.
Like I mean, y'all are intentional about doing that, your own time of worship at the hotel, but like that's like what the conversations happen in the rooms with the
Yeah.
leaders, you know,
Yeah.
all that stuff. The worship thing y'all do is great. Your own little thing in
Yeah.
the. I mean, I know y'all did get the like conference room or whatever at the hotel, but I think that's easy to discount that. Even parents, like if you just think that if you think they're just going to a conference to sit in a stadium and watch, you know, the good bands and hear the big names and Christian preachers, like that's happening, and that's not bad. That's good, but it's far more than that too.
Absolutely.
you know, and it also goes to what we've talked about before of even people like who we don't endorse or like a Benny Hinn, you know, these kind of guys. It's the reason that these guys who I believe aren't genuine preachers or healers or whatever, that I still do think God is doing stuff in those events is because when you have 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 people showing up expecting a miracle to happen, doesn't matter who steps up on the stage necessarily.
Right.
It could be anybody who steps up there.
Right.
And you know, any preacher. It's not that Benny Hinn is performing miracles.
Right.
It's anybody who's taking maybe what they're doing serious could get up there and preach the word and start seeing miracles because there's an expectation. I mean, 50,000 kids coming from all over the country and buses and vans and all this stuff, all expecting the same thing. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be the best. You know, all the songs we do on Sunday, it's the real people who wrote them singing it. You know what I mean? It's fun stuff. But that's great and all. But like, there is an expectation that something is going to happen.
Yeah.
And it does. And you know, I think there's something to that.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's why I used to like youth camp, because once the kids realize after the first night that you're not going home for 4 more nights, you can let down your walls a little bit. And like usually by like that third night, coming into the fourth, the last night, that's when you really start seeing powerful services. Because once the kids are like, "I'm not going home," you're going back to the cabin. The conversations are going to continue. You can let your mom's not in the back waiting on you. You know? And unfortunately, I don't mean that negative to the parents, but I mean, as someone who did student ministry a long time, there was an unfortunate sometimes where like I remember one time, and John was probably there. We were having like this powerful service in the Wednesday night youth group. And like we had worship going, and like kids were coming to the altar, but the adults finished on time, and we were running late. So some of the parents were coming in and getting their kids to go home and interrupting the thing because theirs was done. Now let's just get Johnny and go home. It's like Johnny's at the altar.
Yeah.
Does that not matter?
meeting God right
I was
now.
like so frustrated with the parents and that. And I know they're not all like that, but I was so frustrated. Like, is the mentality that all we do is watch your kids so you can go have a good service in that room?
Yeah.
Why? Like, we're not babysitters.
Well, especially it's like, you know, I think parents, man. I was a student pastor for 7 years,
A while.
almost 8 years. You know, one of the things that I saw happen over and over and over again is parents would come to me and talk to me about how bad they wanted their kids to know God. They would talk to their kids about God. They would pray for their kids to meet God. And finally, in a moment where their kid was meeting God, they were getting in the way of it. And I was like, man, this is all we've talked about for years. And now it's happening. And you're like, well, we want to make sure we catch Wendy's before the drive-thru closes or whatever. And it's
bro,
like, dude, are you kidding? Like,
well, I'll tell you a step further. I remember being at youth camp, and one of our leaders that came with us, he meant well, but he was he had kids that were there too. So he was older than me, and he was like friends with some of the other parents that they had kids at youth camp. And some of the kids during the service were like at the altar and stuff, and he's getting pictures of all these kids, which is kind of great. I understand what he's doing, but then he's texting that to their parents. Then their parents, who are excited that their kids are having an encounter with God, though, their parents are getting on Facebook, look at Johnny at camp, da-da. Then the kid comes back, and then it's all these kids like, oh, you finally were raising your hands in worship, and like, then the kid was like, it was this, I don't know, it embarrassed the kids a little bit because like my parents were finally not in the room to make me feel weird, and maybe they was the first time I ever lifted my hands. So then another adult got a picture of it, texted to my mom, and she's tagging me and posting on Facebook so grandma and everybody can see it, and they're all saying good things. But it was like I almost felt like it was an invasion of the moment, not their privacy, because they are the parents and you have a right to, you know, I didn't mean it like that, but it's like almost like somewhat of an invasion of the moment. Like, and if the kids knew that we were all there with our phones out taking all their pictures, they would have been more aware of that. Like, they were not aware of anything, so they were taking it serious, and we almost capitalized on that moment to get good pictures.
Yeah, especially at camp. Camp is a very for lack of a better terms, intimate.
It is, yeah.
Camp is a different animal. If you've ever taken kids to camp before, it's
wild.
It's a very heavy seclusion. It's way different. It's even different than a conference.
Way
you know?
different.
So it's like it's very strange, like how to explain. But you know, I would say you get into like a very granular level. You do that at a conference too, but camp is just different. I feel like the highest of the high that you get at a conference is kind of the that in a granular level is what you get in camps. But
and we had I mean, we'd get there on a Monday morning, and you left on Fridays. So Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night are the service. I mean, there were services.
Yeah.
You know, we did worship and all that. But it's
Yeah, I
like
preached some of them camps.
each night built on the other. You know, so by night 4, it was like this last night emotion or whatever type night. But usually that was the night where you saw all kind of crazy stuff. Like, you know, that's kids would end up in the altar praying for
Breaking
other
our
kids
CDs.
and like, you know, we've been to Pentecostal stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
But
We're
no,
throwing
but
our
so-
CDs in the fire.
But seriously, there was like kids praying for the kids.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, John Kelly, you said picture of Kelly Ferguson tagged me and John in. A few weeks
Yes.
ago, that old school. That was at camp. I thought there was this one kid. Looks like I'm hugging this kid. I guess I am. I thought it was you, but I was like, why am I hugging John all like that? But you're down a little farther praying for another kid. Anyways, no, I mean we used to break
John,
out
praying.
we
Proud of
used
you,
to-
John.
We used to break out the anointing oil and everything.
Oh, break out the Earl fire tunnel.
Who's coming to
Bro,
I'll
Billy,
get you some of the
Billy has it in
Billy
his back
had like
pocket.
myrrh and frankincense,
Frankincense.
and he put it on his hand. He would put it on the student's
Yes.
hand. He'd be like,
I
"That's
love
what
it.
Jesus smelled like."
Yes.
So he said. So then he led it to where
I love
Friday
that.
night I'm praying over the students, and they smell that. They're like, "Oh, this is like Jesus
I
is here."
love that.
Billy was doing that,
I
bro.
love that.
Billy
Yeah,
was
when the
doing that.
IPHC is going
Yo,
on
I
there,
can't wait to
bro.
see
You gotta ask Billy about it. He was doing that to everybody. Like,
No,
As long as Billy
everybody.
don't try to start throwing some frankincense on
yeah,
Sundays.
Yeah. No.
but there's something to that. I mean, that's
No,
anointing
no,
oil.
no, it was.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Anointed
right.
oil. Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild. It was funny.
But again, remember the sense of scent.
It's the it's
Yeah,
the strongest.
yeah.
It's the strongest sense tied to memory.
Yep.
So when I smell frankincense and myrrh, it takes me back to so many God moments.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that I've seen people have amazing encounters with God at the altar. You know, in those doing this. We talked about this yesterday. We baptized kids in the ocean at the beach.
Yeah.
The whole thing. It was dope. I used to love youth camp.
It's fun.
I
At
don't
the
care
end
to
of
go
it,
to- I don't care to go to Motion with y'all, but if you like, we're gonna go to youth camp and we need someone to go, I'd be like, I'll probably go. I'll go do that.
yeah. Youth camp.
Can you imagine what the kids would be thinking if they had to sleep anywhere near Justin?
No, I
Like,
wanna be in
he's
a-
dying.
I want to be in a
Like,
counselor cabin.
He's dying. Yeah.
I need some space away.
We
from
lost someone last
I
night.
think that's something in the next couple years we can because I mean I'm new to this. This is only like my second year, so it's
Winter
like
camp,
I gotta figure out
Yeah,
something
do
like
something, yeah.
because it's only me trying
So
to.
we used to do, we
putting
used
this
to
stuff
do.
together. So
I used to take I took all my leaders, and I took all of my teenage leaders. So anyone that was, I think my cutoff was 14 or 15. They couldn't be younger than that.
Yeah.
But all of them that were like, they were helping me lead, even if they
Yeah.
weren't in positions, and we would all go and we'd all.
yeah,
Sometimes we didn't go to camp. We went somewhere else. It was a little different, but similar.
I like that.
It's, my brother used to do tribal wars out in Fort McRae,
Yep.
and you
Yeah.
have to get out there by boat. Him and his leaders would go the night before. Somebody take them out on a boat, and they'd set up. And the next morning, people in the church that had boats would shuttle all the kids over. And
I
they
could
spent
take a couple
they spent-
kids on my jet ski
They
if I get
spent
one.
2 days at Fort McRae doing tribal wars. Yeah, that was.
that's wild. That's
That's so cool.
They had money at his church though.
I'm about to say
They
that
had a
sounds
lot of
like
money.
a
Kids
lot.
to Fort McRae.
Yeah,
that's
what?
wild.
People had a lot of money there.
Yeah, Justin said we're not paying for that. That's what he was
Yeah,
saying right
yeah.
now. He said they had a lot of money there. Don't get crazy. They had a lot of money.
Yeah. You got to learn how to fundraise
Your budget
better.
ain't that big.
Yeah.
Calm down.
No, I'm glad. It was
Yeah,
good.
no,
Glad
motion was
good.
phenomenal, and we're already ready for next year. Can't wait.
Already ready for next year. Motion 25.
Yes,
got
they're already
55
selling
tickets.
tickets and posting
Yeah.
about it too.
Yeah.
The dates are already out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we ready.
Nate going to go
Yeah.
get 45 more tickets. Get 100.
Legit.
Get 100.
I'm
Is that what you're doing?
getting 100 to get another bus.
I told Nate, that's like the
How
problem.
many
With these,
does the bus hold?
55.
I told Nate the problem with the bus is I either need you to have 100 or 55. I can't have you having 65.
Yeah,
The
right.
cost
Right.
of the
Another
bus.
bus.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
get you a van.
Yeah. I was like, I need you to have either 55 or 110. You know.
Yeah.
We gotta
Right.
fill 'em.
Exactly.
Yeah,
no
which-
empty seats.
I mean, last
pay for
The bus is
uh,
$5,000.
Yeah,
Oof.
yeah,
It's good to have it, but it's not cheap. I mean, it's expensive.
Very expensive.
So,
Worth it though.
So if you only had 70
is.
kids and the next bus only had 20 kids on it,
Worth it. The last time we went to 220 in Baton Rouge, we had a bus that sat 25, like one of the smaller, what are those buses called? Shuttle buses.
yeah.
yeah.
So we had one of those, and then we had like 5 cars.
5 cars, yeah.
And that shuttle bus was old and raggedy
Oh,
and
yeah.
barely stayed on the
Oh,
road
yeah.
and
Yeah.
broke down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Ooh.
They had the kids had to get out and push it into a gas station.
Could you imagine?
Bro,
y'all
see,
get out.
if something like that happened today, like, do you know how many people would be so upset and angry and freaking out?
Oh,
At,
no,
like,
you kidding, bro?
Like,
No, my parents of my kids,
I know.
yeah. I
Yeah.
had full permission. Grab them by the throat and throw them against the wall.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. It was different. My group was
time.
cut from a different cloth, bro.
Yeah.
My group was cut from a different cloth. Yeah. They also, have you heard my story about the kids that acted up on my youth
I'm
group trip?
not.
Yeah, y'all. I'm kind to y'all.
Y'all
think I'm mean. I'm kind.
I caught 2 of my kids. So I did not play as a students director, students
Yeah.
pastor. So I caught 2 of my kids making out behind a dumpster
Oh, wow.
on a trip. So they both had to clean the bathroom floor of their hotel room with their toothbrush.
Oh,
And they weren't
my.
allowed to buy a new toothbrush. I said, if y'all gonna make out again, it's gonna be with funky breath because I know y'all not gonna use this
And
thing
then
again.
about the time you threw a kid against the wall.
That was at my house.
Oh,
Oh.
That's what we talking about?
Somebody
Andre?
disrespected.
Ashley?
Yeah,
that was at
yeah.
my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we got 4 rooms we got 5 rooms for 55 kids.
Yeah.
Oh
And we had,
my.
yeah.
No.
There was 10 people in a
We
room.
had
way.
where'd
16
y'all
rooms.
sleep?
All the kids slept on the ground, and all the leaders slept in
Oh
beds.
my goodness.
They brought sleeping
And,
bags
and
and
let me
pillows.
tell you, a kid who sleeps on the floor,
Yeah.
a riot.
No. Well, here's the
Riot.
deal. I told the parents ahead of
Riots.
time. I said, parents, this trip will cost you $400 a kid if everyone gets their own bed, or it'll cost you $230 a kid if your kids bring sleeping bags and pillows. And parents was like,
It's sleeping bags and pillows. Yeah.
yeah, so they didn't care. But all I had to say is that means they were cleaning the
Ain't doing
bathroom
that.
floor of a room that had 11 people sleeping in or using the bathroom too. So it was, yeah. They needless
That's
to
a
say,
logistical nightmare.
Yeah.
You
needless
gotta
to
get
say,
11 people up and ready in the morning. Like,
them kids don't shower. What you talking about, bro?
Some of them didn't. Some of them didn't shower the whole time.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Not my room.
That's
I
the
made
Axe
sure
body
that-
spray
that-
situation.
ooh.
Yeah. It was,
Oh my god.
Teenagers.
No,
boy.
Andre was the one that I slammed against the wall by his neck. I'm not I'm not advocating for
that,
this.
yeah.
By the way, he was living with me at the time.
Yeah,
So his
yeah.
parents
Okay,
had kicked him
gotcha,
out. He was
gotcha.
16. Parents kicked him out. So he was living with me and Ashley for a few months. And he was sitting in a recliner in my living room, and Ashley was in the kitchen. She said, "Andre, come take this trash out." He said, "I will in a minute." And I was standing behind him. He didn't know it. So he's leaning back in the recliner. About a minute later, Ashley was like, "Andre, come take this trash out." And I heard him mumble on his breath, "I'll do it when I feel like it." And I said,
Oh.
Oh.
"You about to feel like it."
Yeah.
And so I pushed down on the back of the recliner, and he rolled off of it backwards, and I grabbed him by his neck and threw him against the wall. And I was like, let's be real clear.
Yeah.
If she wouldn't let you live here, you'd be on the streets right now.
Yeah.
So the only response is, yes, ma'am. If I ever hear you do that again, I'll kill you myself. That's what I told her.
Hey,
Straightened
I'm
up
all-
after that
hey,
for a little while.
Hey,
All that to
I'm
say,
all
y'all
for that.
parents,
Yeah, I'm
y'all
all
better
for
love
that.
Nate, because
Yeah.
if y'all had me, I'm telling you.
kind.
Your Nate is a good dude.
I'm
I didn't play no games, but I had, listen, the only youth group I've ever seen that was worse than the one I pastored was the one I was in.
We
So-
got a good youth group. We got it.
Yeah.
We don't got kids like going and
my
making
kids are-
out like,
Yeah,
us,
no.
like
My kids
none,
are-
none of that.
that you
Make-
know of.
2 o'clock in the
I
morning.
can
we're-
vouch.
we're-
We
Yeah,
did not.
yeah, we're pretty,
Yeah.
we're pretty good. But you're
Yeah.
right, that I know.
I
of.
rolled into parties on Bower Road at 2 o'clock in the morning, pulling kids out by their shirts,
Yeah,
drunk, high, all of it. That was like my group was ratchet, bro.
but that, I mean, that was me showing up to youth group, like I
Yeah.
was high and everything, and I was
kids-
just
my
like, I
kids
don't want to
were
be there,
ratchet, bro.
and that's how I was. So
Yeah. Jawan never got into it though.
yeah, that's
Anybody
good.
know
I
Jawan's
know.
like, nah.
Jawan never
Jawan's
got
like, PB gonna kill me. My mom's
Yeah.
gonna kill me. Not doing it. Not doing it. But he knew three of the brothers that were definitely guilty culprits in that whole thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but
Good
Ocean Farms was
times.
good. Good times.
Yeah.
Youth,
well,
youth
good
is
for
good
y'all,
times.
man.
Yeah,
Emotion's
yeah.
great. I'm always excited to see the kids come back, see you guys come back. It's
Yeah.
always a good time.
Yeah.
So,
I do want to say I wanted to thank y'all for being so. You guys care so much about the youth, and I think that's very important. I'm so proud to be part of a church that really pours into the youth. I mean, church groups don't do that everywhere, and we're just lucky to be part of one. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much for caring about paying $5,000 for a bus so we could all go. But I didn't know it cost that much.
We're gonna reevaluate.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah, no, absolutely. We're like that's like Nate always says, like this isn't the church of the future; it's the church of today. Like you guys. Y'all make impacts on the church now. And I mean, a lot of our leaders now, like, were in my youth group.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, Kyle, as a staff member, him and his wife were in my youth group. Like, so it's like, we're investing in you guys as people, whether you end up, whether God moves you somewhere else, which I hope he does not, or, you stay here for the rest of your life. It's like, you're gonna make a difference in people's lives for forever. Like, so we believe in you too. So yeah, super.
Well, and on top of that, like you mentioned, like this generation is not, the fact is the generation is under attack. It's America as a whole is far less. It's far more. Post-Christian is the term, far more secular, especially when you think politically and like how the far left does some things and all that type of thing. Like there is like an attack out there, and that's why the ones who are believers have to be that much more serious about it. You know what I mean? To like make up for that, because I mean it would not be hard for it to disappear in a way, But I mean it's. For anyone who's like doomsday thinking like there's no hope, that's what you're kind of referring to. Like that is crazy. There's definitely hope, and there's definitely it's not the enemy's not going to kill it, but it's far more post-Christian than it was. What y'all deal with in high school, we didn't deal with.
Like
in high
actually,
school.
me and Nate were just talking about it. The rules that we have about we can't talk about our religion. I feel like if
you can though.
You can, but the teachers can't bring it up, right?
Right.
You have freedom of speech to say whatever you want.
Yeah, but the teachers can't.
So we had a teacher that used to be my
can't.
teacher, and he was not very happy about the subject. But for me, it's like, why are you, like, you're so worried about me talking about my religion when there's kids vaping in the bathroom down the hall. So why are you worried about that? And I just feel like there's no shame. I have no shame in spreading the gospel in my school. Yep. So,
well, not just that, but you're also dealing with people that you need to minister to, or at least show the light of Jesus that are dealing with things like their identity of which gender they are, which that was not a thing we dealt with. And maybe you think that's crazy. It doesn't take away from the fact that's how people feel, that their identity is wrapped up in these things. So it's not just like and I think Christians ought to be a little more easy to willing to pump the brakes to slow down to have a conversation that could build to something, but especially when you understand like these kids are, it's their identities wrapped up in that conversation. But like that's not stuff we had to deal with. Like you got all that kind of stuff going on, but if they can talk about all that, you can talk about Jesus as far as I'm concerned. You got the freedom of speech to say what you want.
Y'all ever get in trouble in school for talking about Jesus?
Oh, I told Nate that I would be more than if they were like you're suspended from.
No,
I'd be like,
go on and let him try.
You think you're scared of me?
Let them find out. We got friends in high places. In school districts,
I had actually wrote a paper in school about what God had did in my life, and that had actually led somebody to a church by going to church. He got baptized, and now he moved away, but now he's going to church where he lives now with his girlfriend, and then so it's just like you never know. So like I wrote a paper, and I didn't think nothing of it, and I was actually nervous to write that paper just because of what the rules are. But I'm glad I did, because now he's.
Come on.
He went to 21 days of prayer with me, and
let's go.
Come on.
Let's go.
Come on.
It's amazing.
Well,
good stuff.
Good stuff. Well, Alexandria, thanks for being on with us today.
Oh my gosh, guys, thank you for
Glad you're
having me.
hope you're not scared anymore.
No.
She was one talking about last week that said she was terrified of me. Oh.
You missed the Jesuses.
Yeah.
You missed getting a Jesus. It's okay,
man.
I'll bring you one Sunday.
All right, bet.
Okay.
Yeah, white Jesus.
White Jesus.
Yeah, sorry. There was actually black Jesuses, but I was like,
well, so they're both wrong.
which one do I?
I need a middle ground here. Where's Jewish Jesus at? Where's Middle Eastern Jewish?
Where's this Palestinian?
Whoa. Yo.
Easy, buddy.
Easy.
Bethlehem, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta go. I gotta go on that one.
Yeah, I
got a lot to
I
do
got-
now.
That's why I claim it doesn't
gotta
mean it's
mean
true.
it.
Anyways, all right.
Wow.
So, all right, well, thank you for being on the
Yes,
podcast.
thank you guys for having me
As
so
always,
much.
great to have you back. It's great for me. I'm glad to be home.
Yes.
Man, ready to. Let's do it.
Ground
Let's rock
running.
the world.
August.
August
Let's
is
go.
gonna be
Come
great.
on.
21 Days of
Yes,
Prayer starts
yes.
this Sunday. New series starts this Sunday. New merch drops this Sunday.
The meetup this
Wow.
Sunday.
The meetup is this Sunday.
Oh my God.
Registration for Reframe
Yes.
Is
now.
Now, yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
And then
so
reframes in the 3
reframes
weeks.
in 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
it's
School
August,
starts
baby.
this month. Like,
Yes,
oh
we
my
start
gosh.
school in 2
It's
weeks.
busy. Is your senior
Yes.
year?
Yeah, it's my senior year.
Oh,
yeah.
let's go.
Yes.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
All right.
Senior
Well,
year.
hey, listen. That's it for today.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here. We got stuff to
I
do.
got a meeting.
We got work to do.
Yeah.
So
Catch you next time for
another week, another sermon, another message recap.
Podcast.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you can follow us or.
Huh?
What do you
Follow
guys
us. Where do
yeah.
we?
Oh yeah. Before all that stuff. Follow us in the places.
Transformationchurch.com and Transformation Pensacola on all the social medias.
That's right.
Like,
Yeah.
follow, subscribe, all those things.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm walking out of
See
here.
y'all later.
Oi!